Up to this point, we've been discussing power. Now we want to look at what do you really buy from a power company? You don't buy power, but you buy energy. And you don't buy, for sure, charge. Remember, the charge that flows into your household will also leave it by the same amount and the same rate. Uh, so power is, if you recall, power is the rate that work is being used. So I would like to introduce a unit that we've probably seen before called the kilowatt hour. K, and then you can see watt, that's kilowatt here, and then we have multiplied by H, that's a kilowatt hour. This reason I'm using this term here is because that's the usual term that is sold by power companies, the kilowatt hour. Now, how did I get these units that a kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 times 10 to the power 6? We have seen this before, but let's just review this. The amount of work or energy is equal to power times time. So if you have 1 kilowatt multiplied by 1 hour, that is the unit of a kilowatt hour. Now a kilowatt is really 1,000 watts or 1,000 joules per second multiplied by the number of seconds in an hour, which is 3,600 seconds, and that will give you 3.6 times 10 to the power 6 joules. We saw earlier in the last chapter that we had the unit of electron volts, which is commonly used in atomic and nuclear physics questions. And now we're looking at the units of electrical energy used by when they charge you from your electrical company how much energy you've been consuming per month. There's a little dial outside of your house, a little electrical device that is telling you how many kilowatt hours are being consumed in your household. Typically, most electrical companies will charge you somewhere in the range of 15 cents up to 25 cents. I know currently I think Singapore is about 23 cents. I just looked at earlier when I was putting up this question. It's 23.56 cents per kilowatt hour. But sometimes, if I recall, when I was a kid, the price of energy was about 2 to 10 cents per kilowatt hour back in North America. So let's go ahead and solve this problem. I wanted to see or have you realize how much energy is consumed if you were to leave on your air conditioner on every night, 8 hours per day for an entire year. How much is that going to cost your parents for electricity? So let's move on to example number 5. Okay, this is a rough estimate of some of the current and voltage of an air conditioner. We have a current of 7 amperes. That's the internal current of the mechanics within the air conditioner. We have the 220 volt line, and we're operating it for 8 hours a day. So this is really multiplied by the number of days in the year, which is 365. So we'll come back to that and convert that. So question A is asking for the power rating of your air conditioner rated in watts. Remember that power equals current times voltage. So the power would be 7 amperes multiplied by 220 volts. So that will give you a power rating of 1,540 watts. So the wattage is basically the rate that energy is being used. Just like a light bulb, if you have a 100-watt bulb versus a 50-watt bulb, the 100-watt bulb is brighter. It's consuming more energy than the 50-watt bulb. Okay, this, if you were to convert this to kilowatt hours, because that is the typical unit of energy, and we'll need to convert the power to kilowatts, this would be 1.54 kilowatts. Okay, so now part B comes. We want to know how much energy is consumed in 1 year. So really we should change this 8 hours to how much time is your air conditioner on for 1 year. So that's 8 hours per day multiplied by 365 days. Typically, in case we count this year, then it would be 366 days. So we want to find how many hours there are in that, and we get 2,920 hours. And so now our work or energy consumed would be the power multiplied by that time, delta T. And we have 1.54 kilowatts multiplied by 2,920 hours. And that gives you an energy consumed of 4,000 and roughly 4,500 kilowatt hours. It's 4,496.8 kilowatt hours to be exact. Okay, so now we want to know how much does that cost your parents to use up that much energy from your one air conditioner. So if you take the 4,500 kilowatt hours and you multiply by the price per kilowatt, that's 0.2356 per kilowatt hour, you get a cost of $1,060 per year to run your air conditioner. So maybe you should ask your parents how much their bills are and see how much, what fraction of it is yours. If you divide that by 12 months, you get about $88 for your air conditioner to run your air conditioner in your room. Okay, and that's it for this example number 5.